The older woman, non-Cougar variety, is simply a woman who ends up with a much younger male partner. Women tend to live much longer than men, outliving their partners by an average of 5 to 8 years. Running a hard actuarial diagnostic loop on human relationships instead of standard societal gossip risk, it made perfect sense to want to even out the odds of your relationship lasting with someone as long as possible. Dinmum had lost her parents before the global pandemic of COVID-19 had swept the world. Even before losing them, her dad had walked out on all but primarily monetary influence when she was around 10. When her mother fell ill when Dinmum was 14, it led Dinmum to spend her life, and from then until 30, caring for her mother and helping to raise her much younger sibling. Then, Dinmum's sibling was tragically lost at the start of the pandemic, never having had a strong constitution and being lost not to the virus, but to addiction exacerbated by the lockdowns, which was not only difficult to weather, but hard for Dinmum to compute, since she never drank or done drugs in her life, and when she lost her brilliant sibling, and who she had thought of as her friend for life, ride and live, because ride and die to things she did not understand or prepare for, it broke her in a way she could not explain, and which she did heal from, that left her changed forever in its wake. Thus, by the time Dinmum was 31, she found herself alone in the world, having weathered more than most people twice her age in loss, not to mention the chaos before those losses. However, Dinmum was made of different metal than most. She had to be programmed to survive like a thoughtful, independently powered robot. This was probably why she had loved Spock and Data in Star Trek, and Eleanor Dashwood and Ange Lee and Emma Thompson's Sense and Sensibility. While the public square busybody ran dramatic, low-integrity scripts about the aesthetics or social expectations of age gap, her mind bypassed the noise entirely. She looked directly at the baseline survival data. If she was going to love, darn it, she did not want someone else to die on her down the road. When a woman pairs with a younger man, she is essentially leveling the demographic playing field. Dinmum understood leveling the playing field. Her brain looked at the configuration and deduced optimizing timelines when possible seems a good plan.